Right, 21 September 2025, and today I've got a quick update after a late night. You saw me here at almost midnight, so today we're going to make it very short and sweet. So let's go into what has happened overnight. And Chiwenga is under siege with almost all the structures of ZANU-PF going up against him. So what has happened overnight is that news has broken that Bulawayo province has also now supported ED 2030. So this is not new. But what is happening is that, as I said, over this weekend, every single province in ZANU-PF is being asked to state again that they support Mnangagwa going to 2030. So yesterday I showed you that Matabele North has supported ED 2030. And then the day before, on Friday, Manicaland supported ED 2030. And then overnight, Bulawayo province, through Jabulani's Banda, has supported ED 2030. So a resolution has been passed once again. So what they're doing is they're going back to confirm who is in support of ED 2030. So as we speak right now, the provinces, by end of today, you are going to have a complete list of which province supports ED 2030. So far, the only provinces that have not supported ED 2030 are provinces outside of Zimbabwe, like South Africa province. They've not supported ED 2030. The province of UK and international like Canada and all that, they have not supported ED 2030. So you must understand that it's not unanimous, but a whole bunch of the structures of ZANU-PF, that is all the provinces and all the parallel structures, and then all the Women's League, Youth League, they've now supported ED 2030. And they are saying that it's a resolution of the party. So this is where we are. And if you look at online, last week, there was a big support for Chiwenga among all the structures. So almost every online platform was in support of Chiwenga, but they've all gone quiet. So everyone who was supporting Chiwenga last week, Shumba Mrambwe groups, everything that had been formed online, which was now supporting Chiwenga, has gone quiet, which means there's something else happening behind the scenes. But let's look at what has happened with the war veterans. And I want to look at Douglas Mahiya. So remember what I'm showing you here is the reality on the ground. Next week, there is going to be a massive fallout in ZANU-PF, and one side is going to win. So let's look at Mahiya, what he said yesterday, and then we'll unpack what is going to happen in ZANU-PF. So quickly on this one.
My comrades, the War Veterans League is a wing of the party. It is the party. The party is greater than an individual. Mnangagwa bawati hapana anokwanisa kuisa party muhome make. Kana party ikangaisa resolution. Hapana anokona kupfisa resolution yaitwa nemsangano. So resolution yatakaita Bulawayo ya 2030, any individual may not be able kurambidza zvataurwa noruzhinjiro rwanu. Tiri kuMozambique uko takamboima kamwe kambo.
Okay, we don't care about what happened in Mozambique. I don't care about it. But all I can tell you is that we're now at that point, which I talked about, where we're now going to see in public Chiwenga this side, Mnangagwa this side. And one day you're going to see them confronting each other. Because what has happened is before, people were pretending that there's no fight between Chiwenga and Mnangagwa. As it stands right now, people on Mnangagwa's side have decided to openly confront Chiwenga. Remember, Chiwenga has never confronted Mnangagwa in public. Everything that you are seeing happened behind the scenes. But Mnangagwa's side, through the supporters of ED 2030, have openly confronted Chiwenga, and they are going up against him in public. Whereas this should have been done in private, it's been done in public. So they are countering not only Chiwenga, but also Geza. So let's see what Geza has said, because we are expecting Geza more and more now. And you are going to see more and more of Geza in the coming weeks, because Geza is an authoritative voice. When it comes to what he says, it has a lot of substance. People follow Geza. So let's see if he has said anything. So Geza has not spoken, and we're going to see if he's going to come out today. There is no spokesperson on the side of Chiwenga. So Chiwenga doesn't have a person that speaks for him, except for Geza. Geza is the one that if he speaks, people in ZANU-PF listen. And anyone else who speaks, there's not really that much of a substance. So let's see what Geza says in response to what has happened. Because remember, what has happened now is a direct challenge on Chiwenga to say whatever he said in that meeting, Politburo meeting, makes no sense. So that is where we are. Chiwenga on the back foot with everyone pushing. So it means Chiwenga now has to deal with everyone. If Chiwenga is going to take over, he has to remove all the chairmen. That is a big, big problem, because it means he's now fighting against all the chairmen. Because they know that the moment he gets in, they're out. So Mnangagwa has strategically positioned himself after, so he's using the chairman as the buffer. After giving them the cars, they are now forced to say, you gave us cars, and that is Central Committee and Politburo. They all got cars. So they're all going to be saying, he gave us cars. If Chiwenga comes in, they're going to take away our cars. That is where it is right now. And a tall order for Chiwenga. So let's see what happens. Very, very interesting. And as I said to you, Chinamasa, Machacha, Superman Dwanzira, Jabulanis Banda, and the two that I showed you yesterday, Richard Moyo. And I think the other lady was Agnes Ngube, if I'm not mistaken. So we have people coming out, speaking in front of the public, in the public place, press, saying they want ED 2030. But that is province by province. So the good thing is now we can count. So now we're saying Manicaland, Matabeleland North, and then we're saying Bulawayo. Midlands, it's almost a given. That leaves South Africa, UK, Canada. Those are the actual places where they have not said they want ED 2030. They are opposed to it. And you've seen Makhadzi being taken out of South Africa. And I said to you that Chiwenga's base was seen in South Africa. That is where Mnangagwa believed Chiwenga was operating from. So now we're going to see what is going to happen in the UK and Canada, because the external provinces, they appear to favor Chiwenga according to Mnangagwa's own analysis. So that is where we are. And today we've seen, obviously, Jabulanis Banda saying, let's go for ED 2030. This man is the one who was on the spot, because last year in Bulawayo, that is where the resolution was passed. Resolution number 1. It was never ever implemented because Chiwenga has been resisting it for the whole year. And he has pushed very hard. Chiwenga has done a lot of work, but right now he's almost all alone with no one within the structures speaking with him. Right, I think that is covered. So let's quickly go through some news. As I said to you, I was here until midnight. So we want to quickly wrap this up and get it done. Let's start with Malawi. Malawi is very interesting. The results that came out last night showed me that we are not yet there. Yeah, something could happen, because there's a place where Mutharika got about 6,000 votes and Chakwera got a lot of votes, so about 60,000 votes. So there's a problem, because the ethnic layout of Malawi is that Chakwera has got a lot of support in the central region, and Mtarika in the southern region. So I don't think we are there yet. We are going to get a proper answer by Wednesday. So don't celebrate yet. We could be running or going for a run-off. It's possible. So it's not yet done. From my calculations, we are still in a position where these two could end up going to a runoff. So that is possible. However, the most interesting news is that Malawi police have arrested 14 officials of the Malawi Electoral Commission, and they have not disclosed why they arrested them. These officials were found tampering with the votes. And let me show you what the police have said in Malawi.
As reported yesterday, we arrested these people yesterday in the afternoon. As we speak, we are within the 48 hours. So there's no worry for them. Tikanalima 48 hours yomwe ija sinate chifukwa choti anthu wanagwidwa dzulo madzulo in the afternoon. Yachiwiriyo akuti no particulars of the 8 suspects were mentioned in our press release. It was deliberate because we don't want to jeopardize our investigations. We would rather keep their names safe and undisclosed.
Okay, we're keeping the names safe and undisclosed. So that is what is happening in Malawi. A drama is about to unfold. We are yet or most likely to go to a runoff. That is possible. And let's see what happens. And then in terms of the opposition in Zimbabwe, Nelson Chamisa has been quiet. He has not set up anything. And as I said, Gambako 2028, the only game in town. So let us quickly go to what has happened yesterday. Yesterday, young Ostalos and Shibaya were in Masvingo. And Nelson Chamisa, he went to some rural area. So let me show you, I saw a lot of guys there. We saw Mambume over here. And some people, I don't know what they're launching, but they're going out and actually meeting people in Masvingo. So I don't know what is the particular thing. There's a by-election in Masvingo. They could be going into this by-election. But at the moment, as things stand, there's nothing really happening over there in the CC. So Gambako 2028, the only game in town in the opposition. Neither Chamisa nor Chiwenga are going to make it in 2028. It will be Gambako versus Chiwenga. So now let's look at Chamisa himself. Chamisa has posted, follow to become. Then Jesus said to them, follow me and I'll make you become fishers of men. And obviously, there's that strange Sabbath mood tweet by Chamisa, which has shocked people. Chamisa is doing strange things and people want him to speak with substance. They want Chamisa to confront the situation and he's not doing it. He's absent in the moment of a crisis. And you see that he's not going to launch anything. It's going to continue this way. So that is what we have from Nelson Chamisa. And then let's quickly go to Zambia. In Zambia, President Hakainde Hichilema has shown off his daughter who has graduated. So you can go and check it out on his Facebook. And then right now, as we speak, 55 minutes ago, Madam Boss has shown herself with Makhadzi at Dangote bar in Kwekwe, according to her own posts. So she is posting a show that is being taking place. And as we go to December, Makhadzi is going to be doing a lot in Zimbabwe. And then in South Africa, Helen Zille has been announced as the candidate of the DA for Johannesburg. So that election is going to be taking place shortly. It's going to be very interesting. Having a DA mayor in Johannesburg is a game changer. And then Travis Scott is going to be performing in Johannesburg on the 11th of October. Tickets are now available. And then Xolisa Kwinana has been published today. She is trending for not paying maintenance. He's a popular gospel star who has not been paying maintenance for his 2 children with a woman in the Eastern Cape or Cape Town. She was based in Cape Town, but he was supposed to be arrested in PE and wasn't arrested there last week when I was performing. So that is trending today in the newspapers of South Africa. And then Linda Masarira has just tweeted she was at a bar and had a fight with Keno Bichau. So Keno Bichau has been photographed fighting with Linda Masarira at a bar. So I don't know what is that all about. Linda Masarira going to the bar at night and tweeting about it. And then obviously, what was very interesting yesterday is the appearance of one of the former opposition activists, that is Abigail Mpambi, has appeared supporting Mnangagwa, calling him His Excellency, supporting whatever Mnangagwa is doing. That is Abigail Mpambi. You remember that Jonas was here making serious allegations about her, and now she's appeared supporting Mnangagwa in a statement. She's been quoted as an analyst, and the allegations made by Jonas are widely available. You can Google what he said about her in the past. So Abigail Mpambi, certain accusations were made regarding to President Hakainde Hichilema and what she wanted to do to him in Zambia, which I won't repeat. You can go and Google Abigail Mpambi. You will see the accusations made by Jonas regarding her role in Zambia and what he said she had been assigned to do to President Hakainde Hichilema. So go check it out. If you don't know, if you don't have it, you can WhatsApp me. I'll send it to you. I don't want to repeat it. So you can WhatsApp me and I'll tell you what Jonas said she was assigned to do. So it's very strange because she was a member of the opposition and then now she appears to be on Mnangagwa's side. Okay, I think we've covered everything. Let's now go to the newspapers. So almost none of the newspapers have published today, except while I was talking, the Sunday News has published. So let's go to the Sunday newspaper. I haven't seen this newspaper, so I won't be able to give you in-depth information on it. So let's start with Mthuli Ncube. Mthuli Ncube is mad, like he's barking mad. Akupenga. Mthuli Ncube. Akupenga. Akumanya nebani. Kumanya nebani means kupenga. No going back on dumping the US dollar. Professor Mthuli Ncube. Guys, this is madness. If we go back to the ZIG, we're going to be in trouble. And then let's go to the HIV drug, lenacapavir. I know that the majority of you are interested in lenacapavir. Lenacapavir is a drug which you inject every 6 months and then you won't catch HIV. It's 100% in all tests. If you take lenacapavir, no HIV, even if you are exposed to it. What this means is that prostitutes and other high-risk groups are now going to be prevented or protected from HIV. It's like a vaccine. So, the Ministry of Health of Zimbabwe has issued a statement on lenacapavir, and let me now read it for you, what they've said about this drug. So, let's get started. I'm going to read a little bit. Zimbabwe will beginning next year, introduce a biannual long-acting injectable HIV prevention drug, lenacapavir, aimed at preventing key and high-risk populations from contracting the virus. The drug is expected to significantly reduce new HIV infections, bringing the country closer to ending AIDS by 2030. So let's see the date. The breakthrough drug was announced by Gilead Sciences, a group global leader in HIV treatment, prevention and cure research that has developed 13 HIV medicines over the past 35 years. The injection will be available through a partnership between the Global Fund, Zimbabwe, and other countries. So, National HIV Prevention Coordinator said the drug will complement existing HIV prevention measures, and the sites have already been identified. So, I'm looking for the date here. the exact date where it will be. The new injection will be accessible in the coming year, and Zimbabwe was one of the first countries, and it will be available by January 2026. So lenacapavir is going to be available by January 2026. So for now, hold your horses. Tanga mambo mira. Mukwara. So wait until, so now in September, October, November, December, wait, and then January, motanga yenyu kuchakacha. For now, mira akomana mukwara. So that is good news, especially for women, because women, most of the time you're married to a guy, you don't know what he's doing. And especially if your guy lives 100 kilometers away from you, you don't know what he's doing. And as a woman, you end up getting infected and you don't even know where it came from. All right, I think I'm just scrolling through the newspaper to see if there's anything else here that I need to share with you. And then Bosso Scotland Locons in Chibuku quarterfinal. It's going to be very interesting this weekend. And what else do we have? Let's go to the Sunday Mail newspaper and see what is over there. As I said to you, the Standard newspaper and Newsday newspaper appear to have closed or to have somehow moved off the platforms. They are not doing very well. Mnangagwa bought those newspapers, and I don't know why he's not using those platforms anymore. Maybe they fought with him or something. But for now, the Sunday Mail newspaper is not published. I don't have a copy of the Sunday Mail newspaper here. So let's go to the Sunday Independent of South Africa and see what is over there. There's a lot that is taking place in South Africa, particularly Ramaphosa has now endorsed the DA, and it's not looking good for him. He's appeared to have sold out. So in the Sunday Independent, President complains, Commissioner deploys. So did Ramaphosa yield to mining companies' demands? Mining company Richards Bay Minerals is undertaken to come clean before the Mahlanga Commission of Inquiry answer allegation that it pressured President Ramaphosa's office to deploy elite police units for its sole benefit. So you can go and check out the allegations made by General Mkhwanazi here. So he's featuring prominently in almost all the newspapers. And then let's see if there's anything else of interest here. So unpacking ANC president's praise for the DA. So President Ramaphosa has praised the DA, which is a big blunder. It's like Mnangagwa praising the CC. That would be crazy if that was to happen. Anenge a broker. So Ramaphosa, I don't know what's going on with him, but he is not being praised for what he has done. This particular week, he is in trouble. So I think we've covered everything here. Now let's look at other countries. So today I want to go to Botswana. Let's see what is happening in Botswana. Here, then we'll go to our people. So where is Botswana? Botswana is BO. I've got so many newspapers in front of me. Every morning, it's becoming a problem. So let's look at Botswana. And in Botswana, today we don't have a newspaper that is published as yet. So we have a newspaper here from 19 September that says grave secrets. So that is The Voice. Family war erupts over Seloma Tiro's millions. Siblings accuse sister of looting father's estate. So let's go to our people. I think I'll come back later around 12. Then I will give you other updates. So Stella Ngomo obviously has published standing very tall at 5'8" and 6'3". We both breastfed for 5 years. You can't catch us, guys. So these are some of the tallest people in Zimbabwe who are married to each other. It's crazy. I've never seen such a tall woman in my whole life. But she's shorter than her husband. So you can go and check it out. She's also done video yesterday. And then let's look at, so remember the Zak story. The Zak story is fake. So Zak has not charged Chivayo or opened any dockets. That tweet is fake. Don't listen to fake tweets. ZAC will never go up against Chivayo. We are the only people who are going to arrest Chivayo. I'll put him under house arrest as soon as I get into office. I'll put Chivayo under house arrest. And you'll be wondering, why are you targeting Chivayo? Chivayo stole state funds from ZESA. He's the only one who is in court. He's appeared in court and stole state funds. And then President Mapoko has also praised the boys. Look at that.
Yes. Yes.
He's showing himself watching the boys. The president of Botswana doing so well.
That's my boy.
Guys, I like a president who is not scary. I like a president who is not scary. A president who is loved by his people. And then let's go to Malawi Electoral Commission. What has happened ever since last night? So they've updated on the tallying here and issued a statement. So we'll show you the statement later on. And then as usual, they are usually live. So let's see if they're live now. So today they're not live. And when is our next statement? Our next statement is not announced yet. So they've not announced the statement. Then let's look at Sadak. Sadak, what are you saying, Sadak? So Sadak is saying, Honorable Justice Andrew Nyirenda launching Sadak Electoral Commission Observer Mission for Seychelles. So Seychelles is going to be having an election within the next week. So look at that. Looking very nice. My people from Sadak, I love them. They're doing very well ever since Mnangagwa left. Sadak has gained its respect once again. No more funnies from Sadak. And then let's look at President Hakainde Hichilema. As I said to you, keep pushing. Proud of you. So that is the daughter of President Hakainde Hichilema over there, and she's doing very well. I like the way that President Hakainde Hichilema is with his daughter there, Mianda Hichilema. So very, very nice. And then let's go to one more person. I want to see if we can find another person here who is published. Nigel Shanakira, doing very well, always up to date with what's happening. If I get into office, we're going to make Nigel Shanakira the Minister of Ministry of Finance. Right, we're going to make him the Minister of Finance. Nigel Shanakira doing very well. True, it's happening. Logistic Research and Training Institute. So I'm not joking, guys. I'm serious. Our cabinet is going to have some of the top people, and we've told you that we're going to have 8 ministries only. So among those ministries, one of our top ministries, our core ministries, is going to be the Ministry of Tourism Infrastructure. That will be the anchor ministry in the government. Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Home Affairs, and we're going to get rid of all those crazy ministries like women, youth, higher education, and primary education. We're going to have one ministry of education. We're going to get rid of Ministry of Industry and Trade, Ministry of Agriculture. All those things are going to be departments in the office of the president. And you're going to have what we call devolution. That means each province is going to be in charge of its own budget. So we're going to take away central control of the government. So if you're in Matabeleland, you're going to have a budget. For Matabeleland South, you collect revenue as VAT, and then a big portion of that money goes and works there. We're not going to have duty, import duty, all these funny taxes that they have. You'll be able to import anything into Zimbabwe for free. Our 160 towns will be linked by rail, and we want people to buy. So what we want to do is people to fly into Zimbabwe and spend days and days moving from place to place. So you should be able to go to Mpandawan and spend 3 days in a hotel, a beautiful hotel. And I've shown you what our hotels will look like and our stations. So remember what I said to you yesterday. Our model is going to be like this. So when you go to Mpandawan, that is what you're going to see. You're going to see a station like that, which is connected to housing, and that is connected to rail, buses, and also education. So it will be a place where you can live. We're not going to have this crazy situation that you have right now. And when you go to Harare, we're going to create one of the biggest stations there, over 1 million new units, and almost everyone is going to get a house over there. The military are going to have their own planned city where they're going to be having an engineering corps. They're also going to be able to have houses and stay with their families. Teachers are not going to be deployed away from their homes. They're going to be given houses. We're going to give you vouchers to travel. So civil servants, we've got a plan for you, and it's all outlined here in the 8 pillars of Gambakwe. $1,500 tax free in your pocket, 160 new towns, high-speed rail, only 8 ministries, military planned city, homecoming, and everyone in the diaspora are going to bring you home. And Zimbabweans will never be treated as badly as they are nowadays. If you're overseas, don't settle. Start planning your way home. 2030, we want all our people back home, and we are not beggars. Okay, so that is Gambako 2028, and very soon we're going to let you know about what we're doing. Remember, I am not going to be supporting the campaign of Chamisa or the campaign of Chiwenga. We've got our own campaign, that is Gambako 2028. You're going to have a strong president who is able to take the country forward. And our country is going to do very, very well. We are going to develop massively in a way that you've never seen. And all this garbage we're seeing, politicking is going to be over. Taneta nevano ava. Vaka broker. Mnangagwa aka broker. Oxile aka broker. Sean aka broker. Emerson Jr. aka broker. Koda aka broker. Pokelo aka broker. Aka brokesa. Collins kakoma naka pupi pupi. Kaka broker. Kaka brokesa. Okay, I think we've covered this. We need to do well. 45 years wasted. If you're a civil servant, think about that. You will never make it if you're a soldier, if you're police, if you're intelligence, if you're a teacher, if you're in prison service. You will never make it with that $200. You'll never be able to build a house. You need help from the government. So we're going to do it. And there is no one else with the plan. Havana plan. Chamisa doesn't have a plan. Chiwenga doesn't have a plan. They say they don't have plans. Gambako 2028, the only game in town. All right, I think we've covered. Let's go to the comments. These people of Zimbabwe must rise and oppose this nonsense. Yes, true. People of ZANU, not people of Zimbabwe. Let them do it in ZANU. Fight each other to the death. It's nothing to do with us. You were Sianana Chamisa. Chamida, yes. Sianana Chamisa, don't come back. Chamisa is gone. Are the people of Zimbabwe going to have the same 2030? Not really. People of Zimbabwe will have a vote in 2028. Morning, Bethas. And then let's see if there's anything else I haven't covered. Urukuda kuita diaspora president ere na iwe kwanogara iwe. Don't forget about it, Assam. You people, you think with 2028 we started now for no reason. We started in 2025. You are going to see what is going to happen. Just give it these 3 years. You are going to understand who Gambakwe is. You are going to understand who President Gambakwe is. Muchapa bata, Rakanaka. We are not playing. And civil servants, if what I'm talking about here fails, it's finished for you. Munofan and Zara Okoman. Let's make it work. These guys will never do anything for you. All they do is fight each other every day. We are tired of these people. I want you guys to go to Gutu and see this. I want you to go to Beshna Bridge and see this. I want you to go to Bulawayo and live there. People have left Zimbabwe in 1980. They can't go home. We want you guys back home. And other countries, they are throwing Zimbabweans out. You saw what happened to that girl yesterday. She went berserk. The Dudula girl. She went mad yesterday. Go and look at what she did in town yesterday. You being humiliated like that in front of or in the streets, that is over. We're going to have a president that is present, and we're going to do very, very well. Okay. Noti zvinhu zvekutaura sabasa. Sabasa. These guys, they waste our time a lot. I cannot believe how much they waste our time. Chamisa already had 2 chances. It's over. We're not giving him another chance. And I'm serious. There is no more chance for Chamisa to go for another term or another. He's not going to be candidate again for the 3rd time. It's over. He's already had his chance. Okay, while I was talking, the Sunday Mail is published. So let me go to it. So let's go to the Sunday Mail. I'm very strong, guys. And Nakasimba, Zochkisa. Nakasimba, Zochkisa. Saka, Musachka Zvenyu. My soldier friends, don't be afraid. We are not going to back down. Okay. Fees and payment license renewal reviews for manufacturing retail sectors. And then Mnangagwa went to, they're showing a picture of Mnangagwa here at Salim Gabe. That is like a nightmare, guys. When you're sick and Mnangagwa comes in your room, that would be scary. So that woman, I feel sorry for her. And then they're showing pictures of Auxilia at Shavane, and as usual, many messages of congratulations from Zenda. Not congratulations, commemoration. And then smuggled medicines flood UMP. Yes, don't take medicine. So let me take a moment here to explain to you. Don't take medicine which you buy from the street. So let's say they say penicillin. Don't buy, it's not penicillin. So it might not have the right quantity, or it might have a wrong thing in that. Don't take that medicine. I'd rather go back to the government hospital and get medicine. So avoid taking medicine from the street. And then let's look at other things here. I'll obviously share this on Gambakwe and see if there's anything. Data protection officer certification course. Guys, this is very important. It's a portals and a first degree in a relevant field. So I think you must go and Google beans at dpa.zw. Data protection, DPO training at hit.ac.zw. Why would someone Google beans? Google beans at whatever DPA. So go check it out. I'll share it with you. And then congratulations to Dr. Xolisa on his appointment as the chairperson of the National Railways of Zimbabwe. So Xolisa is back at NRZ. I showed you last week. He's now in charge. So let's see here. So Dr. Xolisa is in Mutapa, but is also in NRZ. So that is crazy. Look at how many people have congratulated him here. And I'm going to unpack for you tonight or during the day the rail strategy of Zimbabwe. So the railways of Zimbabwe, I worked there at the pension funds. Before I went to South Africa, I worked at the pension fund of NRZ at that building. That thing is a mess. It's a total mess, but we'll fix it. We'll fix the rail. You know how much I love rail. In Zimbabwe, there's no person who's spoken more about rail than Gambakwe. So check this out in the Sunday Mail. I'll let you guys have all these stories later on today. Nothing really here of interest. They are not covering those stories on Chiwenga. So you can see that there are no stories on Chiwenga in this newspaper. And then Marshal Makhadzi's new season of love. So for many footballers, retirement is like walking off a cliff. Former Dynamos Highlanders and Cape United defender Marshal Makhadzi has seen that cliff and quietly built a bridge over it. Makhadzi's bridge from 2 pillars, a new football career and a marriage grounded in a shared purpose. So he has been a familiar face for Zimbabwe television network, where his calm analysis has kept audiences hooked. So let's see who his wife is. I kept inquiring about her thoughts and plans for the future. So she is composed and calm and prayerful. And Denise Bernard, a journalist So Dennis Bernard is now married to Marshall Matazane. So this is the Dennis Bernard. I don't know which Bernard it is, but you know there's one who reads the news. And I was used to seeing my name only on bylines, but I guess I have to get used to being married to someone who is in the limelight. So that is the two are married. I'll feature it for you on Gambakwe. That is an amazing story over there in the Sunday Mail newspaper. So one of the biggest newspapers in the region, the Sunday Mail of Zimbabwe, are probably the biggest circulation. You know what's happening in South Africa? They give you newspapers for free. You don't buy newspapers. You can just walk into any airport today. You pick up every single newspaper for free. Can you believe it? One country that I like very much in terms of media. South Africa is amazing. Free speech. Panapa no criticizers Ramaphosa. And then next week, I'll be inside the office of the government talking to people there. No one is going to arrest you. We want to create a Zimbabwe that is free. One of the promises that I'm making for you here is that our country, you'll be able to take your children to it. You'll be able to have and plan a future in our country. At the moment, you can't plan your country, a future in Zimbabwe. We want to transform Zimbabwe and bring over 1 million foreigners to work in our country. We create so many jobs that people will be getting permits. Work permits in Zimbabwe will be one of our biggest revenue streams. We're going to be charging money for people to come and work in Zimbabwe. Permanent residence, work permits, temporary residence, visas. Those are the things where we'll be making money as a tourism-based economy. You are going to see how much freedom you're going to have. You're going to see how much work you're going to have. Wealth. In our 160 towns, we want each town to have at least 10 millionaires. So it go to 1 millionaires, at Bechnav 1 millionaires, at Lupane 1 millionaires, at Matopos 1 millionaires. We're going to do so well. And your game parks, they'll be full of animals. Not now, like where you have mining. Mining will be a small part of the economy. That is the promise we're making. Tourism will be so big. You'll be able to go with your family for weeks and want to make hotels cheap. So we're going to build at least 1,000 hotels in our country. Massive roads. Make sure that things work. And you will never want to leave Zimbabwe again. You won't want to have a passport. That is what our goal is. We won't want to. People from Dubai will be coming to Zimbabwe and we charge them money to enter our country. It will be so well. Okay. The vision is clear. Atisukutamba Siangena. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And as you can see, guys, I slept 2 hours and I'm fresh. You know why? This thing is amazing. So I would like to ask all of you guys to support us. So buy yourself a packet of Mve in Zimbabwe and in South Africa and in UK. So you WhatsApp me on this number. This thing is extremely strong. So you'll be fit. And for many men, you know what I'm talking about. Auderewe, utongwe nemasalad. So that is presential material right there. Get Mve, and those are our numbers. Massive strength, endurance, and you'll be able to work 23 hours a day. I only sleep like an hour or two. But do you see how fresh I'm looking? Did you see me even like feeling sleepy a little bit? No, that is because Mve waka Simba. And we're also giving you a free Mazondo spice if you buy Mve. So if you buy, we'll give you Mazondo spice. Every meal, when you eat meat, you put it on there and it's free. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. It's been amazing and I like it. Right. Thank you very much and a good day to you all.